Our world is a masterpiece, a beautiful harmony of nature's strength and human creativity. Spread across continents are places so unique, they've been treasured and protected as part of our global heritage. The UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Imagine strolling through ancient cities carved in stone, standing before grand temples of forgotten empires, or witnessing natural landscapes that seem to belong to another world. Each site has a story to tell, a story of humanity, resilience, and timeless beauty. Come along as we explore 20 of the most breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage Sites and discover why preserving these wonders keeps the spirit of our world alive. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe, so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Komodo National Park, Indonesia. Hidden between the islands of Sumbawa and Flores, there lies a world that time forgot. Komodo National Park, where Earth still breathes in its raw, ancient rhythm. Across its rugged islands, Komodo, Rinca, and Padar, wander creatures that seem born of myth, the Komodo dragons. They move with silent power, 3 meters of muscle, venom, and instinct, the last living giants of a prehistoric age. To the islanders, they were never just animals. They were guardians, children of old spirits, a bridge between the mortal world and something older, deeper. But Komodo's magic doesn't end on land. Beneath the turquoise waves, manta rays glide like shadows of the sea, and coral reefs explode in color, pulsing with life. This paradise, however, is fragile. Its survival depends on balance on us. A journey to Komodo is not just a voyage of adventure, it's a return to the beginning. To a world fierce, untouched, and profoundly alive. Rome's historic city centre, Italy. From humble beginnings to eternal glory, Rome rose from the ashes of the Republic under Emperor Augustus. He ushered in the Pax Romana, an age of peace and creation, when the Colosseum, Pantheon, and aqueducts shaped the skyline we know today. But beyond power and conquest, Rome became the heart of ideas and philosophy. Thinkers like Cicero, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius taught lessons that still guide us centuries later. When the empire's glory faded in 476 AD, Rome did not fall, it was reborn. Faith filled its streets as the popes of the Papal States guided Europe through centuries. Then dawned the Renaissance, when Michelangelo lifted his brush to heaven and Raphael shaped palaces from imagination. The Baroque age followed, gifting fountains and piazzas that still sparkle with life, like the Trevi Fountain, where wishes still echo. In 1871, Rome became Italy's capital, where ruins whisper beside modern rhythm. Today, Rome is alive, a living story written in stone, spirit, and time itself. Meteora, Greece. Have you ever imagined a place so magical it feels like it belongs to another world? Welcome to Meteora, Greece, a breathtaking sanctuary in the sky and one of the world's most treasured UNESCO sites. Shaped by nature over 60 million years, these majestic rock towers rise above the plains like giants of stone. In the 14th century, monks found safety and solitude here, building monasteries high above the clouds. They climbed using ropes and hand-pulled baskets, their courage guided by faith alone. Here, faith wasn't just worship, it was life itself. Meteora reminds us that even in the harshest places, human spirit and nature can create something truly divine. Sagrada Familia, Spain. The Sagrada Familia is not merely a church, it is a living sculpture, still unfolding through the hands of time. Its story began with the architect Francisco de Paula Villa, but in 1883, a young dreamer named Antoni Gaudí stepped in and forever changed its destiny. At just 31, Gaudí surrendered his entire life to this creation, living reclusively within its workshop, guided only by faith and imagination. By the time of his passing in 1926, only a small portion had taken form, yet his vision became a seed of inspiration for generations to come. When the Spanish Civil War erupted in 1936, many of Gaudí's original drawings were lost, leaving his successors to rebuild from fragments of genius. The Nativity facade and the crypt, the only elements completed under his own direction, were later recognized by UNESCO in 2005 as treasures of World Heritage. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. Rising above the city of Athens, the Acropolis stands as the eternal heart of ancient Greek civilization. Constructed in the 5th century BC during the Golden Age of Pericles, it was built as an offering to the gods who watched over the city. At its summit rests the magnificent Parthenon, a temple devoted to Athena, Athens' guardian goddess. With its flawless proportions and graceful Doric columns, the Parthenon remains one of history's most enduring symbols of classical perfection. The Acropolis was far more than a group of temples. It was the spiritual and political soul of Athens itself. Though time and conflict have scarred it, the ruins still whisper of the glory that defined the ancient world. As you walk along its marble paths, you'll encounter the Erechtheion, adorned with its elegant caryatids, and the Temple of Athena Nike, shining as a tribute to victory. Nearby, the Odeon of Herodes Atticus, a Roman amphitheatre carved into the hillside, still comes alive with music and performances beneath the stars. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Acropolis endures as a monument to the genius of Greek art, philosophy, and democracy. Every stone holds a memory, reminding the world that Athens was once the cradle of Western thought and culture. And as you stand atop its summit, gazing over the city, it's easy to imagine the voices of Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle echoing through time. Venice, Italy. There's no place like Venice, a city that floats, a masterpiece born from water and time. Spread across 118 islands, its shimmering canals replace roads, where gondolas drift beneath stone bridges. More than 1,500 years ago, Venice rose as a great trading empire, uniting East and West in culture and commerce. The Grand Canal, lined with majestic palaces, still tells tales of merchants, artists, and noble families. At its heart stands St. Mark's Basilica, a golden symbol of faith and glory. From the travels of Marco Polo to the music of Vivaldi and the brilliance of Murano glass, Venice's legacy shines worldwide. Yet, this beauty is delicate. Rising seas and sinking ground test its strength. But beauty this rare is fragile. The tides rise, the stones sink, yet the spirit endures. When Carnivale returns, masks bloom like flowers, and the city dances once more. Every bridge, every reflection, whispers of history and hope. To walk through Venice is to step into a living dream, where art, time, and water become one. Yellowstone National Park, United States. In the heart of America lies a world forged by fire and sculpted by time. Yellowstone National Park, the first of its kind, and still the most extraordinary. Spread across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, this vast wilderness rests on the restless breath of a supervolcano, a sleeping giant that shaped the Earth and continues to stir beneath its surface. Here, the land speaks in steam and color. Old Faithful rises with unshaken rhythm, hurling boiling water skyward like a heartbeat of the planet itself. Around it, pools shimmer in impossible blues and golds, where heat meets life, and the world feels both alien and familiar. But Yellowstone is more than a landscape of fire, it's a sanctuary of life. Grizzlies prowl the forests, wolves call across open plains, and herds of bison and elk move like living echoes of an untamed past. In Lamar Valley and Hayden Valley, the wild breathes freely, unchanged for centuries. Yet beneath this beauty lies danger, a reminder that this paradise was born from chaos. The supervolcano sleeps, but never forgets its power. And still, Yellowstone invites us in to witness, to learn, to feel small before something eternal. At Grand Prismatic Spring, colors ripple like liquid rainbows. At Yellowstone Falls, thunder and mist merge into a single roar of creation. This is a place where Earth reveals its soul, a land of flame and frost, of wonder and warning. Once you've stood here, you understand this is America's wild heart, still beating. Taj Mahal, India. They say love can outlast empires, and nowhere is that more visible than in the shimmering marble of the Taj Mahal. Rising gracefully beside the Yamuna River, this ivory-white marvel is more than a mausoleum. It is a timeless expression of devotion, loss, and beauty. In the 17th century, Emperor Shah Jahan ordered its creation in memory of his beloved Mumtaz Mahal, who died while giving birth to their 14th child. Crushed by grief, he called upon the finest minds and hands of his empire to turn sorrow into something divine. For more than 20 years, 20,000 artisans carved and inlaid luminous marble with gems that caught the light like tears. At sunrise, it glows soft pink. At dusk, it shimmers gold, its hues shifting with the moods of the sky. Every curve, every dome, is poetry in stone, adorned with verses from the Quran and the delicate grace of floral carvings. Legend whispers that Shah Jahan dreamed of building a mirror image in black marble across the river, but destiny denied him that wish. In the end, he was laid beside Mumtaz, forever resting within the monument that turned his grief into immortality. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. Standing alone against the horizon, Mount Kilimanjaro rises from the heart of Africa like a pillar between earth and sky. At 5,895 meters, it is both a challenge and a symbol, calling adventurers from every corner of the world. Unlike any other peak, Kilimanjaro stands solitary, its snow-capped summit piercing clouds above the golden plains of Tanzania. It is a mountain born of fire, yet crowned with ice, shaped by the ancient power of its three volcanic giants, Kibo, Mawenzi, and Shira. To climb it is to move through worlds, from emerald jungles to wind-swept deserts, until you reach the realm of frost and silence. Life clings to its slopes. Colobus monkeys dance through the forests, and strange alpine flowers bloom where oxygen thins. Every ascent becomes a pilgrimage through nature's extremes, a test of endurance and spirit. And when you stand at the summit, above the clouds and far from everything human, the rising sun paints the world in gold, reminding you that dreams, too, can stand taller than mountains. Amazon rainforest, Brazil. Deep within the heart of South America, the Amazon rainforest stretches beyond imagination, a world of green that breathes and dreams. Covering more than 5.5 million square kilometers, it is not merely a forest, but a living force that sustains our planet, producing nearly a fifth of Earth's oxygen. Beneath its canopy, where sunlight filters like liquid gold, lies a realm older than history, a labyrinth of secrets science has yet to uncover. Here, countless unseen species thrive. Glowing fungi, unseen insects, and creatures that belong more to myth than biology. But the jungle also holds the memory of people long gone. Civilizations that built sacred paths, carved vast symbols, and left whispers beneath the roots. Modern satellites reveal strange geometric lines hidden under the trees, proving this land was once shaped by human hands as much as nature's. The forest hums with voices, the roar of howler monkeys, the silent steps of jaguars, the shimmer of pink river dolphins gliding like ghosts. Yet this paradise trembles its beauty, threatened by deforestation and greed, its mysteries fading before we even name them. To walk here is to wander between worlds where myth, science, and spirit merge, and to wonder what still sleeps beneath the green sea of the Amazon. Machu Picchu, Peru. Hidden high within the misty peaks of the Andes Mountains, Machu Picchu remains one of the world's most captivating enigmas. Constructed in the 15th century under the rule of Inca Emperor Pachacuti, it served both as a royal retreat and a sacred sanctuary devoted to the gods. For centuries, this ancient citadel lay concealed beneath dense jungle, untouched by time, until Hiram Bingham brought it to the world's attention in 1911. Its layout is an engineering masterpiece. Terraces, temples, and stone structures seamlessly carved into the mountain's natural form. At its heart stand the Temple of the Sun and the Intihuatana stone, symbols of the Incas' profound bond with the sun, the stars, and the cosmos itself. Built entirely without mortar, the stones interlock with such precision that not even a blade of grass can pass between them. Though its walls still stand strong, Machu Picchu was mysteriously deserted, perhaps due to conquest, disease, or something forever lost to time, its true purpose still unknown. Great Wall, China. They say the Great Wall of China can be seen from space. A myth, perhaps, but its immense scale, enduring legacy, and sheer presence make it one of humanity's greatest creations. Snaking across mountains, deserts, and valleys, the wall stretches for more than 13,000 miles, standing like an unbroken thread of history woven through time. Its origins trace back over 2,000 years, beginning as scattered defenses in the 7th century BC, before the Ming dynasty shaped it into the monumental structure we know today. Far more than a wall, it was a living network of fortresses and towers, a watchful sentinel guarding China's frontiers and symbolizing the power of an empire. Built from stone, brick, and packed earth, its ramparts once echoed with the footsteps of soldiers who stood watch beneath the endless sky. Legends tell that millions labored to build it, many never returned, their spirits said to be forever bound within the stones themselves. Old city of Dubrovnik, Croatia. Rising from the shimmering Adriatic Sea, the old city of Dubrovnik stands as a symphony of stone and history. Encircled by mighty medieval walls, its marble lanes, Baroque palaces, and watchful fortresses tell of a republic that once rivaled Venice in wealth and influence. Now honored as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Dubrovnik preserves its blend of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque elegance like few places on Earth. It has withstood centuries of storms, wars, and earthquakes, yet its spirit remains unbroken. From the grandeur of the Rector's Palace to the gleaming stretch of the Stradon, every step feels like a walk through living history. But Dubrovnik is more than its monuments, it's an emotion carved in stone. Climb its fortress walls and gaze upon the sea where empires once sailed. Watch as sunset turns the horizon into liquid gold, and the city glows like a lantern above the waves. Step into its cinematic world, familiar to fans of Game of Thrones, where legends still linger in every shadow. And as night falls, you realize Dubrovnik is not just a city of the past, but a timeless heartbeat on the Adriatic. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. As dawn breaks over Cambodia, the first light spills across ancient stones, and Angkor Wat rises like a vision born between earth and sky. Far more than a temple, it is the world's largest act of devotion, an immortal fusion of faith, architecture, and the genius of the Khmer Empire. Commissioned in the 12th century by King Suryavarman II, it was dedicated to Vishnu, the preserver, before time reshaped it into a Buddhist sanctuary of peace. Each wall tells its own legend: celestial dancers in flowing motion, gods at war, and stories of eternity carved into living stone. At its heart, 5 grand towers bloom upward like a lotus, representing Mount Meru, the mythical home of the divine. Walking through its endless corridors feels like moving through time itself, every echo, every shadow, a whisper of forgotten prayers. Unlike ruins that faded with their civilizations, Angkor Wat endured its people, guarding it through war and centuries of change. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it draws pilgrims and dreamers from around the world, all seeking to touch the soul of ancient Cambodia. And when the sun dips low, painting its towers in molten gold, you understand it was never just built for the gods, but for eternity itself. Lapland, Sweden, Finland. Stretching across the frozen north of Sweden and Finland, Lapland is a world untouched by time, vast, silent, and impossibly pure. Here, snow-draped forests, frozen lakes, and endless plains lie beneath a sky that glows in shifting hues of blue and gold. For most of the year, winter reigns supreme, cloaking the land in shimmering frost, while summer brings the midnight sun, turning night into eternal daylight. This is the homeland of the Sami people, whose traditions, songs, and legends have endured for thousands of years beneath the northern stars. Their reindeer herds still roam freely, symbols of harmony between humanity and nature, woven into Sami art, music, and storytelling. It is also one of the best places on Earth to witness the aurora borealis, where green and violet ribbons dance across the Arctic sky nearly 200 nights a year. Despite its remoteness, Lapland has embraced the modern world. Eco-lodges, glass igloos, and Arctic resorts invite travelers into comfort without disturbing nature's peace. Adventure seekers come for skiing, snowmobiling, and husky sledding, while cozy wooden cabins and steaming saunas offer warmth against the winter chill. The cuisine reflects its northern spirit-rich stews of reindeer, smoked fish, and tart berries that capture the taste of the Arctic itself. Lapland is not just a destination. It is a way of life, where ancient traditions, wild beauty, and the rhythm of nature merge into something timeless. Banff National Park, Canada. Cradled within the majestic Canadian Rockies, Banff National Park unfolds as a land of towering peaks, turquoise lakes, and untamed wilderness. Established in 1885 as Canada's very first national park, it remains one of the world's most breathtaking sanctuaries of natural beauty. Its crown jewels are the glacial-fed lakes, Lake Louise and Moraine Lake, where water glows in surreal shades of sapphire and emerald. Here, nature reigns supreme. Grizzly bears, elk, wolves, and bighorn sheep roam freely beneath snow-capped peaks. Life in Banff is a rhythm of mountains and sky waking to crisp alpine air, surrounded by silence broken only by the whisper of wind and pine. When winter descends, the park transforms into a white wonderland, offering world-class skiing and snowboarding at Sunshine Village and Lake Louise Ski Resort. Yet amid its wild spirit, the town of Banff offers warmth and comfort, charming cafes, art galleries, and soothing hot springs to unwind after a day of adventure. It's a place where wilderness meets wonder, where every sunrise feels like the world beginning anew. Stonehenge, United Kingdom. On the windswept plains of Salisbury, the stones of Stonehenge rise in silent defiance of time. This ancient monument, over 5,000 years old, was built with a precision that still astonishes the modern world. Rising from the windswept plains of Salisbury, Stonehenge, some believe it was a sacred temple devoted to the gods, others an ancient observatory tracking the movement of the stars, or perhaps a royal burial ground. What awes the imagination is their sheer scale. Some stones weigh nearly 25 tons, transported and lifted long before the age of machines. Legends speak of druids and pagan rituals, of ceremonies that united earth and sky, weaving myth into the stones themselves. During the summer and winter solstices, crowds from around the world gather here to watch the rising sun align perfectly through the ancient arches. For the people of Wiltshire, this is more than history. It is a symbol of pride, mystery, and connection to their ancestors. From scholars to dreamers, locals and visitors alike feel the same quiet awe that in this sacred circle, the soul of England's prehistoric past still breathes. Chichen Itza, Mexico. Hidden deep within the emerald jungles of Yucatan, the Grand Pyramid of El Castillo rises proudly, a living testament to the genius of the Maya civilization. More than an ancient site, this UNESCO World Heritage treasure is a fusion of mathematics, astronomy, and divine artistry, where sunlight itself becomes part of the design. During the equinox, the descending sun casts the illusion of a serpent of light. Slithering gracefully down the pyramid steps, a celestial performance carved in stone. But Chichen Itza is more than a monument to history. It is also the heart of Yucatan's vibrant soul and culinary heritage. Here, every meal tells a story. Flavors of maize, cacao, and spices carrying whispers of the ancient world into modern kitchens. The spirit of Mexico lives in this harmony where the taste of tradition meets the brilliance of the past, feeding both heart and mind. Amalfi Coast, Italy. Along Italy's southern edge lies the Amalfi Coast, a place where the sea and sky meet in a breathtaking embrace of color and light. Winding coastal roads cling to sheer cliffs, guiding travelers through pastel villages that appear to float above the shimmering Mediterranean. The air is sweet, with the scent of lemons, golden fruit, ripening beneath the sun, while gentle waves murmur stories to the ancient shoreline. In Positano, every turn feels like a dream come to life. Balconies draped in bougainvillea, narrow stairways descending toward a sea that sparkles like glass. High above, Ravello watches in silence, its gardens overflowing with art, music, and history, suspended between mountain and horizon. Life here moves to a slower rhythm. The rhythm of the tide, marked by long seaside lunches of handmade pasta and the crisp taste of local wine. When evening falls, the coast glows in rose, gold, and sapphire, as though time itself pauses to admire the view. Yet the magic of Amalfi is not only in its beauty, but in how it touches the soul, inviting you to wander, to breathe, and to savor every heartbeat of the Italian summer. Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Begin your journey at the Giant's Causeway Visitor Centre, where myth and geology intertwine in the story of this ancient UNESCO World Heritage Site. Step onto the otherworldly hexagonal columns formed by volcanic fire 60 million years ago, yet forever bound to the legend of Finn McCool, the giant who built a bridge to Scotland. Follow the coastal path, and you'll find the Giant's Boot, a colossal stone shaped like a forgotten shoe, and the wishing chair, said to bless those who sit upon it with good fortune. The Clifftop Trail offers sweeping views of the Antrim coastline, where crashing waves meet towering cliffs and seabirds glide effortlessly over the Atlantic. Just beyond lies the Carrick-a-Rede rope bridge, swaying above a dizzying drop to a small island once used by salmon fishermen. Cross it if you dare. For lovers of legend and history, the ruins of Dunluce Castle perch dramatically on a cliff's edge, whispering tales of lost battles and a kitchen said to have tumbled into the sea. Wildlife thrives. Along this coast, seals bask on rocky shores, and if luck is on your side, you may spot dolphins or even basking sharks gliding through the waves. Nearby, the quaint Ballintoy Harbour, with its rugged beauty, draws fans of Game of Thrones, who know it as the setting for the Iron Islands. As evening falls, the basalt stones glow gold beneath the setting sun, transforming the causeway into a mythical dreamscape of light and shadow. End your day in a traditional Irish pub, savouring seafood chowder and a glass of Bushmills whiskey, distilled just a few miles from this legendary coast.